Hey there, Sheepdoggers, and welcome to Sheepdog Does One Space Truck. For those of you not in the know, Sheepdog Does One is basically where I take a game and I do a quick game of it. And it's fun. Let's just ignore that. So, Space Food Truck seems very much like a board game. I haven't looked into it enough to know if it's actually come from a board game or not. Also, it seems to really shine when you play multiplayer. Something that I'll be trying to do probably on Steam, probably on stream on Twitch, and yeah, I'm not gonna do too long of this, but I'll show you enough of it so that you get the gist. I'll talk about how the kind of mechanics work and everything. Our space, sprinkled across vastness and more exotic flavours than any single tongue could hope to fathom. We, the Galaxy Gourmet crew, risk our lives to bring the finest dishes from across the stars right to your home planet, and to earn money so we can repay our creditors for this very expensive spaceship. The captain has plotted our course, the chefs selected some signature recipes, the engineer says all systems are go, and the scientist, we prefer not to ask what he's up to anymore. All we're missing are fresh ingredients and hungry customers. So basically, in this game, you have... So I've got a really bad cough for some reason. I think I'm ill again. So in this game, you'll have, every time you start a turn, like a character's turn, you have 4 characters. You will have a random event that will do bad things, occasionally do good things. It really does depend. And for this one, we lost a card from here. So that's not the best. And okay, so there is a way to see the map. So we'll go to the map in a second. You can see over here on the left, where my mouse cursor is, the 2 is the amount of power you have, and we'll get onto power and money, cash, in a second. And the 3, the blue, is the amount of cash you have. Now, where you can like play a hand. So, for example, for this one, you can play Ask Around, and it will let you see certain areas, like places you may be wanting to go. So, for example, here it says fair warning. Here there are quantum beans. And you'll get the idea of that later, but the basic objective is to have your cook 3 recipes. You can see the recipes here. And deliver them to the first, the second, and the third. All the while trying to stay alive and, you know, get those objectives completed. Seems fairly simple, very bloody difficult. So you've also got the whole pool pass, which lets you move to any room, and this is just like a starter card. So it's a deck building game. So like some things, like if you want to move, your captain moves you. So you'll have like a move card. We should be able to see it in the drawer here. That's the discards. I want to see the drawer. Please? We can't see what's in the drawer. I guess it makes sense, but it'd be nice to see the pool. But basically you'll be able to, like, it's called engage. It has no power, 1 kind of cash, and you can power it with other cards. And whether you play cards or not, the cash stays, which means you can buy these kind of things at the end of your turn, depending on how much cash you have on your cards. So because we had 3, we can buy ingredients, and we can't afford this spun silk, which you know, you can see the differences here. So we're going to take the dark turnip, and that goes into our discard, and when we draw, it will go into our drawer. So if any of you have played deck building type games like this, you know, it's quite fun. So here's another event. Terrible person has fallen asleep at the wheel, and his ship's on a collision course with ours. Discard 2 power to honk, or eclipse our ship for 1 damage. So because it's fairly important starting out to try and have like money and power and etc. I'm gonna let that damage happen. You see we went down 1 shield. So this is the HP of the ship, this green one here. When it gets to 0, you die. And you can't repair the HP, but you can repair the shields. So basically I'm hoping to repair the shields. And first thing we're going to do is do this. Play to draw 2, add 1 to your hand, toss the other to discard or destroy. So this basically gives us another power and another money. The hall pass here, for example, we could use to travel somewhere. You know, you can use it to travel to any of the other places. That will come up later, probably. We're not going to. I'm just gonna show you the cooking feature. So, or the kind of power feature. So, for every 2 power played with this, toss an ingredient from your hand or discard into the pot. So, if you have any ingredients in your discards or in your hand, you can cook with them. Obviously, we don't have anything, but regardless of whether you use them or not, like for example, that taste test stays there and adds to my money. Which means I have 6 and I can buy a dark turnip or an astro onion. I'm actually going to buy an astro onion. Now, I could buy a dark turnip as well, and that would give me both in my discard and in my hand. However, I'm very aware that we're going to be wanting to get as much as we can. And we need to refresh this, which is what the captain does. So if I took 2, I've got 2 more characters until the captain goes, and we can refresh this and get more things out. It means that we'd have to take a leftover, because you have to take a card. And taking a leftover basically gives you 1 power and 0 cash. It's really not very good, and they can start to fill up your hand and really screw you over later. Which is why I did what I did. Now, so there you can see a door is busted, means that he can't get out and no one else can get in. So this is the scientist here, and what he does is research, power, see there, and he's got 4 research points. So we can unlock 4 of any of these, and you can also mutate, add 1 power to a card in someone's hand. But what we're going to do is we're just going to unlock all of these, the first ones. There we go. Yeah, we just unlocked a whole load of new cards for every character, which is really, really nice. And we're going to take Spun Silk, which gives you 3 power and 1 cash. Really nice for everyone, but especially for the scientist and the engineer. And we draw new cards. Okay, so lab's computer takes a stray cosmic ray, scrambling one of our research topics. If they're all busted, take 1 damage. So basically, what that means is this captain's thing has gone down, so we can't research anything in the captain's bay for the captain, or anything along those lines. We can't use the lab with that. What we have here is we have a hall pass. It's pretty good. We also have our trusty wrench and upgrade ship. So upgrades let you upgrade the shields and upgrade the FTL. For movement, or the trusty wrench lets you repair. What we're going to do is we're going to repair, and we're going to repair, actually we're going to repair the draw pod for the captain, because the captain is only drawing 4 cards at the moment. Not very good. Not very good at all. And then we're going to take the dark turnip, because it's the only thing we can take without taking a leftover, unfortunately. So this time, very luckily... Oh, and you get these Vexels, which give you no power and take away 1 money if it's in your hand. They're very annoying. And they're also start to turn up quite a lot and will mess up your hand. So what we're going to do is we're just going to engage. So you see the FTL has powered up 2. Now, because we're going to go to there. Because we've already... Actually, are we? No, we're not. We're going to go to there. We do need quantum beans, okay. So, as we can see what this is, I know what a fair warning is. It tells you about where pirates are, which is a bad event, and the quantum beans is an ingredient that we need to find. So, going to there is a very good idea. So, punch it. I love the feel of this game. It just feels really quite nice. And now we know where some space pirates are. And then we punch it again. And we get the quantum beans. So blinky light on our dashboard. New Zapmart ingredient blueprint. Dock here to download it or keep traveling to ignore it. But we couldn't go any further anyway, so we had to dock. And you can see here, basically what you can do is just add them all in. You can get rid of them, and you can choose, you know, not to add one in. There's no reason not to at the moment, so we may as well add them all in there and go to the next phase. We're going to go for the raw silk for the captain. It's just power, no money, but it can be useful on all characters. And you can see you've got the average power, worth, silk, and ingredients, etc. there. So it's the chef's turn. And here is another really annoying aspect of the game. But you know, it all adds to the fun. We have to have the cook and the engineer in that room in 12 turns, or we'll take damage. That's basically what it is. So let's use the taste test. We will take one of those and discard that one. Yeah, play to draw two, add one to your hand, toss the other. And we'll do the same thing here. Now, I'm going to take that and discard that because we can't move anyway. The door is busted. So we may as well go as is. Now, I don't think... Yeah, we don't have any... we don't have anything to cook, so we can't cook the things yet. So we'll just carry on. And we already have the Astro Onion. Those two have the Dark Turnips. So I think what I'm going to take, because we've got the money, I'm going to take the Quantum Beans, because they will be needed later. And they also give you 2 power and 2 money, which is pretty good, really. So they can be used even if we're not cooking with them. Now it's the scientist's turn. Now the door's busted. Wonderful. Okay, so with the scientist, we can do foresight, which means every 1 power played with this, you can peek behind 1 locked research node. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't make sense in this situation. We're just going to research 2. And so every time you research something, you can see it goes up. So research points, it costs 2 now to unlock any of these. So we're going to unlock the engineer in the hope that you get something good. Duct tape is great. And carry on. And we'll take the spun silk. Because, again, silk is very useful. And draw some more. Meteoroid. Comes out of nowhere, ship takes 1 damage. So we go down another shield spot. Now, with this one, it's a very simple one. We don't actually have any choice. So we may as well repair. Now, we've got 4. So what we could do is we could repair this for 2, letting us upgrade the captain's stuff again. These for 2 as for 1 each, and then you got the shields. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to repair the kitchen door and 2 shield, and then the bridge door, because we've got 1 left over. And the reason I'm doing that is because upgrading, you know, the researcher hasn't got up to speed yet. So he's not going to be researching that much. I think we can wait a little time before we upgrade it. Before we, you know, start upgrading the captain again. With this, it means that hopefully the next set of turns, both of these guys can end up moving in here. It's not definite, but it would be very, very nice. And seeing as we don't want to take a leftover, we'll take an Astro Onion. It does give money, which is always good, but the engineer really does need to get some power on as soon as possible. And the money will help him buy that. So, if we hadn't have repaired the shields, we would have been down to dangerous risk of losing HP. Okay, so because with the lab we unlocked this with the captain, that's now showed up in our cruelty-free trans fat should cost one money extra. Sure. So we're going to ask around. We need to be moving down this way, so let's see. Probably this is the fastest way, so let's see what's on our way. We've got a sure thing. We've got Eureka, and we've got Space-Time Flies. Now, Space-Time Flies is actually not very good. It speeds up these. So, let's engage. We'll use these two. And we'll go here. And then here. That's unfortunate. We can't go to there. I'd like to go to there. And then here. Okay, let's do that. It may not be completely safe to do that, but, you know, just for the sake of this, hopefully I can show you a few different things. A sure thing. So it basically tells you where there is a recipe. It's not the ultimate one, the Taya leaf or the Xanthian caviar, but it does tell you where to get quantum beans if you want more. Punch it, keep going. You can decide to dock and just stop wherever you are, but that's up to you. Ah, shit. So, you get to see the space pirates. This is basically sometimes you run into events that you can dodge, but you have to discard power. So, I don't have enough power to discard. I only have 2, not 4. So, they take a card from everyone. And you can see there, they took Raw Silk, A Taste of the Future, Research, and A Taste of the Future. So, the worst one is losing the research on the brain dude. And I guess we'll keep going then. Okay. And we found quantum beans anyway, which is nice. Okay, so we've got 5 slots available. It means we leave 1 behind. I think what we should do is that. And leave the Astro Onion. Because the chef already has an Astro Onion available. Which means we have 6 points because of the nitro preservatives. I think the best thing to go for here would probably be the quantum beans. Because we don't necessarily need any of these at the moment. And we can always give the quantum beans to the chef, or he can take it, or anything like those. So it is the chef's turn. Okay, well, we lost the Astro Onion. What we'll do then is we'll move to the lab. There is nothing else we can do, and hope that good things will come of that. So, we don't have much power. So let's take the raw silk. Luckily, we don't have to take the leftovers. And we got some nice cards for next time. Scientist's turn. Bonus cards. See, sometimes they can be good. So let's research. 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 points on one of these. I think we go for the scientist. Fast track is fairly decent. And then we will use a mutate to put power into the trusty wrench. Which means that now that card will always have 1 power when you play it just by itself. And we'll take... Do we want to take Spun's... 1 second. How's he doing? He's got 4 cards, so not great. So that means we'll take the Spun Silk, so that at worst comes to worst, the engineer can take the Hall Pass. And yeah, that will be worst comes to worst. It looks like fucking Vexels. So we'll use the trusty wrench and these, which gives us 3 power, which means we can repair that, and everything is repaired and good. Next phase. And of course, we'll have to take the hall pass because we don't want the leftovers. So it's got this and here, the new thing he's got is a duct tape, which you play it and it gives you 3 repair points just straight off by itself. Really useful, especially when things like that happen. So now we can't upgrade the chef stuff. Okay, so we've got a dark turnip. We've got these 2 we can power. Now, keep in mind you don't have to use all of this power. What am I going to do with all this? So we're going to go to Eureka, because Eureka is actually quite useful. And we're going to have to hope that we don't run into anything bad on this one. Okay, so shields refill by 2. That's fine. We're not in a hurry to get to the first place, because we haven't cooked anything yet, unfortunately. But we managed to get... it gives you a random research node unlocked, which is really nice. Okay, so we've got 4 slots. We don't need the cheese till there, so let's do this. There we go. You've got to be very careful about having a few low-cost items available, just in case. But for this is fine. So I think what we're going to do is take the Exchangertron. Play to discard this and the rest of your hand. It can be really useful on the captain if you don't have any of the if you don't have any of the you know, move somewhere things, because sometimes, you know, you can end up getting stuck somewhere because you never get the move anywhere card, the move somewhere card, and basically you can't refresh your shop, which means that you get a little bit screwed basically. Okay, so we're gonna taste test. We're going to... we're going to take... We've already got a cook, so we may as well discard that. Let's just have a quick look in here. We do have an Astro Onion in there. Okay. So we're going to do another taste test. We'll take the quantum beans, because why not? And then we've got a flambe, which lets us get rid of 1 card in anyone's hand. And you might be thinking, well, why do you want to do that? Well, because you can get rid of Vexels. So you burn that card, it disappears forever, and you get a new card, which is a great way to get things like that done. And what we're going to do, we're going to use the quantum beans and these, because, well, why not? And they're not in our discards anymore. We actually drew too many cards, and now we can't cook the onion. Not horribly terrible, but not great. So I think what we'll take here is probably the flux inverter. It's fairly expensive, but it gives you can play this card and it will flip from power to money. So it's a great way to get either power or money. And it's a great card for the chef to have, in my opinion. And there's that bloody Astro Onion. Okay. And you can see here a pretty nice setup, because we've got research, we've got hall pass, 2 spun silk, and just a taste of the future card, which gives us 8 points to research in, which means we'll probably do the captain. Got another backtrack. We'll probably do the engineer. Gives us another duct tape, not terrible, and we can put some power into... We lost something. Did we lose a research or a cook? I think we lost a research. So let's put it into the upgrade ship. It can be really useful if you don't want to be spending your power to upgrade things. So let's do that, and let's go to the next phase. I don't want to go too far into this. You know, actually, the claw is pretty useful for him. So let's take a claw. I was thinking power glove. We've already got a nice amount of silk. But the claw can be really useful to pull out things that can help you. Bonus card. Pretty nice. So we'll play this to upgrade our shields. We'll play this to repair the captain's draw pod, because the captain's up next. And the kitchen door, I think. Yeah, the kitchen door. Then we have Trusty Wrench, and we can play 2 of these to repair the food, lab station, food bit. And then next phase. And with the engineer, spun silk is really nice. Claw of duty can be really nice. I think we'll go with the power glove to get us more draw power. So, I could have got the spun silk, and it's not a terrible idea, but we're not going to yet. Blindsided by sludge, basically. We need to put 2 power in to clean it off or take 2 damage. Now, because this is the captain, I don't want to do it. Just purely because it's just not the best. Because we've got problems here. We can't move. So I'm going to use the Exchangertron to get rid of all of those cards, draw new cards, which lets us... oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, well, let's ask around. So we're here. We may as well ask around down to there. But we can't move. We could backtrack. It takes us to any previously visited planet. But that doesn't help. If you go to a previously visited planet, it doesn't actually let you refresh this. So we're going to have to... we're going to go with the Claw of Duty. It's the most expensive, which means other people probably won't be able to get it. And also it means we can pull and engage out. Because the Claw lets you pull anything like raw silk, just random items out. The Claw of Duty allows you to pull out job ones, you know, things like cook and, you know, that kind of thing for your own guys. We failed the crisis. We lost 2 HP, unfortunately. That is not good. And we can't do anything there. So we'll just next phase and buy the next most expensive thing, which is the silk. Also gives us a bit more power. There we go. And now it's the scientist's turn, which means we're going to take damage. You can see how difficult the game can end up being if you're crap at it. And another reason why I think it's more fun with other people. So Breakthrough lets you reduce the amount it costs to unlock things, which is really useful. And obviously we have research here, so we're going to get 4 research, which means I think we can do this. Exterminator, for every 1 power that you play with that card, you destroy a Vexel from random players' collection. And we'll also unlock the Chef's Nutripill, which is just a nice power card. You know, it's a nice power and money card. And there we go. I think with this guy, we're actually going to take the leftovers, because we've got better money and power cards than the mechanic, who will hopefully at least be able to take the claw. The claw. Bonus card, very, very nice. Upgrade the ship, absolutely. We will upgrade the shields. Duct tape lets us repair the shields, so we stop taking damage. Can't do any of these, but we do have quite a lot of money, which means we can take the claw and be happy with things. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is how the game works. You know, it obviously would be a lot more. Let's just not worry about this, because this is going to be the end of the playthrough. I don't want to play too much, really. It looks like he's got good replayability. I'd like it if there were a few more game modes, maybe, that things played out maybe a little bit differently. I don't have anything specific. I just think for replayability, you know, once you've played it through and won a couple of times, it'd be nice, like, you know, obviously the ingredients change and stuff, but it'd be nice if you maybe unlocked different recipes and different ingredients, and things got a bit more complicated. Maybe I don't know how you could do it, but it was just my thought while playing it. So yeah, there you go, guys. It's a pretty fun game. I think definitely if you have 2 or 3 friends who'd be interested in playing it, it's definitely worth a look. I quite like it. I've played it by myself and enjoyed it. You know, maybe you wouldn't, you know, yourselves, but if you think you might, then yeah, sure, like, cool. So there you go. Seems like a pretty good game, but you know, who knows. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always helps me out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.